Hey friends, so this is Kalman, and I'm looking at, in the middle of the night, a random Arab town, and it's lit up like Chanukah candles because it's so dark, but you see the electric lights, and I'm on the lookout post. And to be honest, it's been a heavy time for all of us, and there's a few things that are getting me through it all. And one of those is knowing that Chanukah is coming. And I feel like Am Yisrael needs this Chanukah more than we've needed it for a very long time. And another thing that's getting me through these challenging times is the beautiful teachings of Rav Shlomo Carlebach on Chanukah. So with your permission, I want to learn together a teaching of Rav Shlomo. And I want to dedicate this Torah to the protection of the entire Jewish people. Avodat Hashem, all of our brothers and sisters should be safe. So this is again from the Sefer Lev Hashamayim, Rav Shlomo Carlebach's teachings that I think he taught at Yakar here in Yerushalayim, and transcribed by Rav Shmuel Zivan. בחנוכה אנחנו רוצים לנקות את עצמנו מכל שמץ של עבודת אלילים. On Chanukah, we want to clean our hearts from any little bit of avodat elilim, of idolatry. And what Rav Shlomo, of course, is referencing is the fact that the Greeks had placed idols in the area of the Beit Mikdash, and the Maccabees were purifying that area of Avodah Zarah. And that's one of the things that we're celebrating, getting rid of Avodah Zarah, of idolatry, on Chanukah. The Gemara nikret Avodat Elim Avodah Zarah. And idolatry in Talmudic parlance is called Avodah Zarah, literally strange worship. And the Holy Kotzker Rebbe and all the Rebbes teach, even if you're serving Hashem, it could be strange worship. If you're serving Hashem like it's strange, like you're a stranger, without your heart, gamzu. Avodah Zarah. This too is strange worship of Hashem. Parenthetically, obviously, Rav Shlomo doesn't mean that if you didn't, daven with kavana, that it was Avodah Zarah, literally. What he means is that Avodah Zarah, it's not stam that it has that word, and that our Avodah, our Avodat Hashem, our mitzvos, our tefillah, our learning, everything needs to be done with warmth, not like we're estranged to it. And Chanukah has the koach to connect us to that deep, warm, meaningful worship of Hashem. But let's see it in his own words. Kol ha'inyan shel Chanukah hu l'tateh chutza et avodah hazara. The whole idea of Chanukah is to push outside this avodah zarah, this cold worship. Everything I do has to come from the deepest place in my heart. Unfortunately, many of us, Hayudim, even us Jews, Zarim l'chagim shalanu, we're estranged from our holidays. Zarim l'kol davar kadosh, we're estranged from what it really means to be holy, from many holy matters. We do what we need to do, but we're not putting ourselves into the mitzvah. We don't feel anything. Not before the holiday, and not on the holiday itself. And even after the holiday, nothing happened. We just lit a bunch of candles. And that breaks the heart. Haboker, Rav Shlomo recounts, this morning, I was in a shul, and they were saying Hallel. If I wouldn't have been, listening to what they were saying, I wouldn't know that they were praising Hashem. I could have thought maybe they were, calling out numbers in the stock market. Hallel ze mamash le'agid toda lecha, Ribono shel olam, al kol hanisim. Hallel is to say from the depth of our heart, thank you, Hashem, for all of the miracles. Again, parenthetically, perhaps this is the greatest contribution Rav Shlomo Carlebach gave to Am Yisrael, is to help wake us up to realize that tefillah needs to be done b'simcha. Right? Nowadays, we're so used to, at least us in Yerushalayim, and here in many places in Eretz Yisrael, of having Carlebach meetings, singing and dancing on Friday nights, and often on Shabbos days, and even often on Rosh Chodesh and Hallel. But it wasn't always like that. And Rav Shlomo himself had a personal, a huge role in helping inspire Am Yisrael to realize that tefillah needs to be done with the depth of our hearts, with song. Avodat Hashem, to not just do it on holy special days, but to sing from the depth of our hearts, every single day. That's one of my dreams, that Avodat Hashem, to start a chever that daven with singing and sincere prayer every single day. Lat, you see, Am Yisrael is awakening to the importance of tefillah b'rikud, tefillah b'simcha. In any case, Rav Shlomo continues, why do our children get lost? Why is there so much assimilation? Because you don't have anything to sell them in terms of Judaism. If you tell something to your kids, and it doesn't come from the depth of the heart, they don't want to hear. And they're absolutely right. The truth is, I also wouldn't buy this. That's me. I want to bless you and me. We should find the right people to teach us. Kadosh Baruch Hu and Hashem. What it means to be a Yid. So we'll feel close to this. So we'll feel at home with this. So that this can penetrate the depth of our heart. Something that's from the depth of my heart, that was given over from the depth of the heart, I can't forget. But something that's a bit strange, I can forget. I also just want to note a nice story about Rav Aryeh Levine. Once a woman knitted him some gloves. But Rav Aryeh, while he expressed his genuine appreciation for the act, he said, no, I can't wear gloves. How am I going to feel the warm hands of the people and the prisoners that Rav Aryeh used to visit? I need them to feel, and I didn't feel the warmth and the love in that handshake. So he wouldn't take gloves. If you want to knit me gloves, I don't mind, because it's freezing cold here in the Hebron area at night. In any case, the pasuk says, "And the earth with chaotic, with darkness on the face of the earth." Omer Midrash, the Midrash teaches, the darkness. This is the kingship, the king of Greece. So this Chanukah, we're getting rid of Greece, and Bezrat Hashem, we're getting rid of the Galus HaYishmaeli. Bezrat Hashem. Choshech, Chashecha u'miloshen shechacha. Choshech in Hebrew has the same letters as shechacha, as forgetfulness. Shechacha v'choshech zot hadavar. Darkness and forgetfulness, it's the same thing. Naseh choshech b'roshi ani lo zacher klom. There's darkness in my brain, I don't remember anything. What do the Greeks want to do? They want us to forget that there is a God in the world. They want us to forget that we are the nation of Hashem. What's assimilation? Shechacha. Forgetting. As the pasuk in Dvarim says that we are going to forget the God that has created us, the rock that has given birth to us. And then from the depth of the darkness, God says, let there be light. Chanukah. The light of Chanukah removes the forgetfulness and the strangeness. So to summarize, Shlomo is teaching us that Chanukah is a time, just as the Greeks got rid of as the Maccabees got rid of the Avodah Zarah, we too are meant to get rid of the Avodah Zarah, the strange worship of Hashem. And it's a time which is misugal, where we can awaken our hearts to truly serve Hashem with the depth of our being, with sincere Avodat Hashem. Something in our heart just awakens in the heart of every Jew during this time. And Bezrat Hashem, the lighting of the Chanukah candles should wake up our hearts and our eyes and the hearts of every Jew to be more connected to their Father in heaven. I want to end with just one beautiful story. So I'll tell it real quick. I read it in Small Miracles, and while I forget some of the details, I didn't forget the essence, so I'll try to tell it over. There was a man, we'll call him Tom Stern. And Tom came from a religious Jewish household, but he himself had got a different path, had long forgotten the early days of youth wearing tefillin and keeping Shabbat, and now he already had built a family, had made quite a large sum of fortune for himself, and it was his son, we'll call him Jimmy. It was Jimmy's birthday coming up, so he took little Jimmy, who's turning 12 years old, to an antique store. He said, Jimmy, buy whatever you want for yourself, and there's all sorts of cool stuff here. Buy whatever you want. Jimmy looked all around. Nah, this, not that. When finally, this secular kid laid his eyes in a gorgeous Chanukah, a candelabra to light Chanukah candles. And his eyes couldn't take his eyes off of it, and he said, that's it. That's what I want, Dad. And the man said, Jimmy, and his dad said, okay. So Tom goes up to the cashier and he says, I'd like to buy that, candelabra. And he's like, sorry, that's not for sale. And Tom says, sorry, Jimmy, that one's not for sale. Pick something else up. Maybe we'll go to another store. We'll get you a new iPhone. And Jimmy said, no, that's all I want. That's it. And the guy said, but it's not for sale. And they left the store and they looked around, but there was nothing that Jimmy wanted except for that Chanukah. So much so that he begged his dad to go back. And indeed, he went back. And he said, listen, I'll give you this and this amount of money. I'll give you a ton of money. My kid needs that Chanukah. I gotta get it. I don't know why. He went crazy. And the cashier called in the owner of the store, and he explained the situation to the owner, and the owner said, if it's for a Jewish boy to have a Chanukah, no problem. And he sold it for a reasonable price, and he took it home with him, and he was so excited, and everything was good until, almost out of the blue, the Chanukah fell down from the closet in little Jimmy's room and smashed. And Jimmy was devastated. He started putting it together, trying to put the pieces back together. And when it smashed, a small note of paper fell out that he had not noticed. And what was in that paper? It was a letter which was written from the grandfather of Tom, who had hidden away a long, long time ago and had written, in this menorah, may the light of Chanukah to continue to you and to all of your children. It was a gift to the Stern family. When Tom saw this, he was in utter shock. And he saw it as a sign from above. And he needs to re-strengthen and relearn about his Jewish heritage. It couldn't have just been a coincidence that his own grandfather had sent a message from above to remind him never to forget his Jewish heritage and to give that over to his son. Anyways, hope I didn't butcher the story too badly, but you can get the full version in Small Miracles by Yida Halberstam, one of my favorite little books. It is an absolutely true story. Perhaps a detail or two I messed up, but you got the main idea. Anyways, hope you enjoyed these beautiful teaching from Shlomo Carlebach, and I can't wait to continue to share Torah with you as we connect our hearts to Chanukah. Yavo Alinu Be'ezrat Hashem B'karov. Have a great day.